Whoa. Oh wait, I gotta fucking change something real quick. I just realized I'm still set to the wrong shit. I'm still set to the wrong thing. Whoopsie. Oh, that's bad. Let me fix that real quick. Yeah, do and uh there we go. Should be fine. Boom, 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 boom. Give me a sec. I gotta post everything now. I have no clue how well this is gonna go. I kind of started the game out just to give it a second. This is so true, Dale. Yeah, all I know is it's gonna be a bit weird using the wheel. Also, are you at work? I thought you were at work. Aren't you? Okay. Thank you for the subscription. I'm assume I probably sound a little bit weird. That's because the mic setup I have to do for this is a bit fucking stupid. I'm also gonna take these fucking off my feet because I don't want them in the way. Makes sense. As long as you're on your lunch. Oh yeah, I gotta go. Wheel time. Well, you're probably gonna hear the wheel moving a lot. Which there's nothing I can do about that. Wrong button. There it is. You forgetting what button I have set to each thing. Bam, 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 bam. Well, we just driving. Mm-hmm. No, we don't slow down for this. You slow down now, though. We love playing with a steering wheel. I would say steering wheel is definitely a fun way of playing this game. Almost kind of how it's intended to be played anyway. I think everything's correct. It should be all correct. Should probably restart the game, honestly, to fix it. Because I know there's an issue going on right this minute with it. Bow, bow. Swing this wheel. No, we speed through this zone. We fly into that roundabout. Yup. Well, that was something I probably should not have done. Whoa, I hit my microphone with my fucking hand then. Woo. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna restart the game real quick. Before it gets all fucked. Yeah, restart the game to fix this issue. Because I know exactly what's going on, I do. It's, one of the dumb things that happens sometimes, where if the game is running too long idle, we can retry this. Oh, it's Tuesday. I just realized that. Play anyway. Fuck the cloud right now, just play it. Hmm. Wow. Wow. I was gonna play Karen today, but that climbing game that came out recently. I was gonna play that, but I was like, yeah, you know what, we'll play this instead today. I want something more relaxing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I really should not have hit that roundabout when I did, because the wheel tried ripping itself out of my fucking hands. The entire fucking wheelbase and everything went and shook, and the fucking thing started throwing itself left and right. Which I was like, oh yeah, I forgot this thing has force feedback. And it's actually, it's on 100%. Though, yeah, I know you want to go home. When are you off then? We'll go back there. What time are you off anyway? Oh, an inspection. That sucks. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's a bit late. I should really be using my fucking mouse to look around while I do this. Go through the cones, baby. Wow, wow. I realize I'm doing fucking 60 in this with speed cameras. Whoopsie. Oh, I forgot to do this. Well, I forgot to turn my fucking lights on. That would have been bad. Whoops. Yeah, and why is my fucking handbrake? We don't need right now. Meow meow. Wow. Wait, stop that wheel. Well, should honestly probably sleep here. Since I got a chance to do it, I might as well take it. Bam, bam. Down, bam, bam. Oh, what the fuck is lagging the game suddenly? What the hell? Why is the game lagging so bad suddenly? What the fuck? Game? Don't tell me something's fucked with the game right now. I don't task manager real quick. What the fuck is going on here? Bitch ass game, what are you doing? I don't know why the game was like, why the FPS in game is tanking so much suddenly. Yeah, I'm not sure what's doing it. Something's causing the FPS to just fucking tank. Starting to stabilize a bit more. Yeah, now it's stable. Okay, I guess it was just rendering stuff in, because it has been a while since I played that game. Played the game. Yeah, I know, you can't pummel me right now. I'll refund those after. Yeah, it's just not until I have my computer. Yeah, I know, you're playing the meow. What do you say splendid for, hmm? What's the splendid for? I know they updated the physics in game, and that's what I think might be causing some performance issues now. Let me check something actually. Just gameplay. Fatigue simulates traffic fence on. Dun, 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 dun. Real automatic, yeah. I might blinker turn off automatic traction control, yeah. Yeah. No, it's just the base game's physics system has been updated recently. And I feel like the physics mod might be clashing with it a bit. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about, is the physics mod's gonna be clashing with it a bit. Oh, we're living. Yeah, no, but that's what I'm worried, is that the new physics is causing some issues with the mods. Damn. It's 51-hour fucking drive we're doing right now. Oh, that's not button, it's this one. I was trying to figure out what my horn button was again. It was that one. No. We're gonna go over that. Just casually, just gonna... Yeah, because I fixed my brakes. My braking pedal, I had to do a few things to make it so it works properly. Now, I didn't take it apart to take the rubber out of it. I didn't do that. I'm kind of debating on that, but it was like, I just did a few things with the settings to fix it the best I could. There's a little rubber fucking thing you can take out of the pedal. But right now, this works fine. Setting I did, you gotta actually put a little bit of force, like, if you put a gentle bit of force, it slowly brakes, but if you put a lot of force on your brakes, it's great. I do have some chair stops coming as well, just for my chair. Because when I play and stuff like this, I don't like my chair moving around. Bow, bow, bow. I need to play this with people again. I miss playing this. Down, bow, bow. Yeah, I miss playing this game. Don't you dare rush out. Yeah, the reason they updated the physics. Oh, I just realized it was the 5 grand fine. That's fine, honestly. I have nearly 200 grand. Yeah, but I know the coaches and stuff are supposed to be coming pretty soon. That's why they did the full revamp of physics, if I'm not mistaken. This is what they said. They did the physics revamp and like update basically to physics in preparation for the new vehicles. Which is nice to know that they're gonna be doing that stuff. Ooh. Oh, crazy. Bum, 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 bum. Bow, bow, bow. What's that even do again? I don't even know those buttons I had set. I know this one set the wipers. That one's set wipers off. I don't know what the other ones are set to. Or I don't know what the other two are set to. Which is a bit dumb. I think I would know, but I don't. It's been such a long time. Oh shit, I just realized I'm doing fucking 80 in a 50 zone. And now back to 80. Ow, my fucking neck cracked. Whoa. Texting and driving moment. Texting and driving moment. Whoa. I'm 60 zone, you just fucking bastard. They don't give me time. Woo. Whoa. Slow down a little bit. Slap it on there. We're just gonna be cruising along. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Let me just pull onto the thing real quick. I want to see. What does that do anyway to my wheel? Oh, it does shake my wheel around. Also, kind of forcefully too. That's nice. Alright. I didn't know how good the force is on this thing. Fucking cop pulled off to the side there watching. I'm glad I'm doing 78 right now. Bam, 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 bam. Let's say we're good on fuel and sleep for now. '70s on that. Boom, boom. Woo. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow. Slow down a little bit. Pull up on the wheel. I just need to have a gentle press on the accelerator. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, turn into a 50 zone. Alright. Not expecting it to turn into a 50 zone. Oh, steer wheel. '70. Dang. Okay, time to drink some coffee. I feel like it was gonna change speed limit again soon. I love that you can see every slight movement I make into the wheel. It's great. It's like every slight movement I make is able to be picked up. And that's the perfect beauty of using a wheel. But I let the wheel go. And sometimes try to bump around when it hits some patches and stuff. '50 zone. I don't see that. It's almost really bad. Bow. Bam. Bam. Down 70. '80 zone, yep. Yeah, it says 90, but that's not for trucks. That's just for cars. It's an 80 zone for trucks. Bum, bum. 50 zone. Oh, yeah. That makes sense, right? Let's go from 70, 80 to... Let's go 50, 70, 80, 50 again. Suddenly. Look at the span of such a quick time. And 70 zone. On a fucking ramp makes sense, I guess. '80 zone. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum. I'm just doing a relaxing time right now. We're just jamming it to music while I spend some time just driving. Whoa. Bum 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 bum. Whoa. No, I barely. Ah. Let's see, I barely ate today. I tried eating earlier, but I couldn't really finish it. I kind of just put it back in the fridge because it's like, I don't know what's been going on lately. I've been trying to eat, but I just like can't. Just can't eat properly. I tried to, but then it's like my body won't let me finish eating. Ooh. Yeah, let me get a pedal and wheel cam just so you can see my fucking feet. No socks, no shoes, bare fucking feet. Caressing the wheel, caressing the fucking pedals. My toes be stroking the metal pedal. Like, That's what it would be. Like, I mean, I do have like slippers next to me, but it's like I'm not fucking using those. Just because it's like, I don't know. I don't feel like using fucking slippers right now. I gotta work 8 to 5 tomorrow, then 8 to 2 the next day, then okay. Oh, well, Saturday, Sunday at least. So. What the fuck went on up here? Oh. No. No. Hmm. Oh wait, I think I know what's going on. Give me a sec. Alt tab. Ugh. Oh no, it is this one. Okay. Alright. I didn't know what was going on for a second. It was like, it's not playing music in the right, like, fucking, whoa! Put my fucking face up front. Yeah, let me drive my head sideways. I do it all the time. I fucking stare at the right window while I fucking spin the wheel around. And they crash into everyone. Whoa. I'll probably try to play the rock climbing game maybe tomorrow or something. Not sure. I do want to try to play it. I played it before, like when it was in the playtest. Fucking love it. As someone who's played like the entirety of fucking what's the game? Peak, not Peak. Fucking Oh my god. What's the fucking game? The mountain one. I used to play a shit ton of. How am I blanking on the name? It's like one of my favorite fucking games. Peaks of Yore, that's what it is. I don't know why I was blanking on this. Peaks of Yore. Since I had like 100+ hours on Peaks of Yore. Or some shit like that. It's one of my favorite games. But like, Peaks of Yore is like, I played the playtest of that and it was like, it reminded me like of first time experiencing Peaks of Yore and I was like, this is amazing. And I blew through the fucking playtest. Like, I blew through the fucking playtest quick as hell. Didn't mean to, but I did. Just because it like reminded me so much of the movement system in Peaks of Yore in a way that I was like able to just go through it pretty quick. So I am kind of curious because I know a lot of stuff's been updated for it. But I do need to play it on stream. I also want to play Peaks of Yore on stream. I have maybe played it I think once on stream. I think so, but it was like it was kind of a thing where it was like I was just trying dumb shit in game because it's like I'm so used to that game that it's like, okay, let me make it interesting and try really stupid stuff. So, yeah, I'll probably try to do like an actual proper playthrough Peaks of Yore for stream eventually. Because I love fucking Peaks of Yore, I do. Like, there's some levels that are infuriating in that game, but it's like, I think everyone should experience Peaks of Yore at least once. Yes, if you got motion sickness, do not play that game. I mean, like, if you get motion sick easy, do not play Peaks of Yore. Like, fucking do not do that to yourself. That is not something you want to do to yourself. Yeah, that's just not something you want to do to yourself. Is play Peaks of the Yore if you get motion sick easy. I think they might have a motion sickness mode now, but like, fuck, you did not want to play that back when, like, that's just the game you don't want to play if you get motion sick easy. Like, you would fuck yourself up big time playing that if you get motion sick easy. I would not be surprised if you, like, doubled over vomiting, because, like, or, like, you got really, really dizzy and shit. Like, oh, that game is very motion sick inducing. Because, like, then again, especially, like, fuck, if you got motion sick, like, don't even watch me play it. I do weird shit in that game. I remember doing a thing where I spun myself around, like, 3 times and launched myself upwards. It was stupid. I used to do dumb shit like that and, like, grab rocks I technically shouldn't be able to grab. Because of, like, how fucking fucked I could do some stuff in that game. Oh, 50 zone. Owie. That's my fault. I forgot there's a fucking wall next to me. And I was like, let me bump into that. Let me just, like, bump into that wall real quick. So it was really like, let me bump into that wall real quick. It didn't do much damage to me anyways. Made it 4% damage. So, like, in reality, yeah, like, trailer is 1%, but, like, my fucking stuff is still, like, in pristine condition. The trailer might be a little banged up, but, you know, the goods are perfectly fine. That's what matters right now, is the goods. $70. Here's the issue. It's gonna turn 70 and it's gonna up back to like a slower speed again. Yeah, 50. Called it. Fucking knew it. I'm gonna turn this on. Oh wait, never mind. Let's do that just so people know. Okay. Just go on over. Machine love moment. Edition. Yeah, I'm not stopping because I'm not turning off, so. We just driving. We just cruising. I do need a sleeping game, so once I see a sleep spot, I will go there. Bam, bam, bam. Where's my coffee gone? There it is. Ah, coffee. What's it turning into? Oh, so it's gonna say an 80 zone. Ow. What the fuck? How would I manage that one? I was like, oh, there's a sign there. Let me just fucking, like, stare at it and go basically right into it. I didn't even mean to do that. I kind of just, like, blanked out for a moment. I'm like, what am I doing? And I just, like, ran into a fucking sign. Whoops. Oh, C-spot. Perfect. Just the thing we need, actually. Can I get over there? No. Oh, wait, I can go this one. They did give me one. Perfect. And parking brake on, and we sleep. It's raining. Parking brake off. Let me turn my wipers on like a low speed. I can turn them on high. If I want them just on a low. Oh, yeah. Forgot it's this button. Turn them down. I just want them on a low speed because, like, it's not enough rain to really be like, oh, I need it on higher. Now, I am excited for them adding, like, they're adding fucking, like, trucks and stuff to the game. And also buses. Buses is what I'm excited for. That's the thing I'm excited for, is buses. Like, coaches is what I'm excited for. That better be a blast. Woo. Brown, brown. Well, we're just cruising. We do be cruising. I got like 2 fingers gently touching the wheel right now. Just like so gently, like pushing down. Just enough to turn us around these corners. Well, I drink my coffee, that's why. Well, roundabout up ahead, or did you do a really fucking tight turn? I think it's a roundabout. Yeah, it's a roundabout. We're entering an 80 zone now. We're only on 70 anyway now, so that's fine. I was gonna go into a 50 zone now. No, 60 zone, huh? Dun, 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 dun. Do not fucking do that, you little bitch. I hate when motherfuckers have yield signs and just feel like I'm blowing through it. Just like real life. Woo. Yeah, I should probably slow down right here. 60 zone. No one's beyond me, which is good. Plenty of room to be able to do this stupid shit right now. And then gun the fucking pedal. No consequences for this one. Anyone here? Oh, there is one person. Give me a second. Actually, you know what? Fuck them. We're doing it. We're doing it. Yeah, motherfucker. The goods are in perfect condition still. You know, sometimes you just gotta blow through the roundabout like that. You know, sometimes you gotta ramp the truck. What was it? 50 zone? Yeah, we'll slow down here just because of where we're to. Bow, 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 bow. Wild. You gotta love ramping through the fucking roundabout like that. The old trusty ramp. The only place I hate doing it to is Switzerland, because they got fucking rocks in the roundabout in the middle, because like, let's make it decorative. It's like, oh, someone hit the roundabout, they're dead, basically. Boom, boom. Take my foot off the accelerator for now. Just kind of like gently push in, you know, very gently. We just want to kind of hold our speed a bit. That's all. 60, gently pushing in. Whoa. Okay, we're clear. Woo. You have a yield, you better fucking use it. Thank you. We can speed up now to 80. Bam, bam, bam. We'll stop for gas at next gas station. Let's say. Yeah, we're gonna stop for gas at next station. That's what we're gonna do. Oh. I'm excited for the new fucking frame for Warframe, though. That's one thing I'm really excited for. Ooh. Ooh. Better. Accelerate. Bum, 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 bum. 41 in-game hours to get to our destination, by the way. Which is like 4 hours are my time. Give or take, like 4 hours IRL, almost. Pretty much. It could be like 4+ hours, depending. That's the worst part, is like how fucking long some of these drives I do in the game are. That's like the worst part. That's because some of the drives I do are like, fuck, like 80 kilometers. Not 80 kilometers, 80,000. Bullshit. No, 80,000. What the fuck am I saying? No, 80 hours. That's what I meant to fucking say. Not 80 fucking thousand. 80 hours is what I meant to say. I have done like a 5k kilometer trip before in the game. I think so, if I'm not mistaken. It started from like the top of fucking like. Where did I start? I started somewhere. I take a fucking ferry. I think I had to go all the way to like Madrid or something like that. It was some weird. It was some stupid fucking one. It was some like really fucking long ass trip I had to do in game. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. 40 zone. Woo. Oh, perfect gas. Oh, damn, that was a close one. Yeah, whoa. Yeah, that was a close one, though. I will say. Well, we can go now. I do need to stop at the gas station over there to my right. So I am gonna pull into the gas station once I get right here. No, it's not the road for the gas station right here. I was like, where's the road for the gas stations right here? Fucking hell. It's like, my fucking sensor's going off and everything. Like, yeah, I know. I know it doesn't like me doing this, but there's like multiple roads into this fucking gas station. I'm just gonna take this one right here. Well, we're fueling up. Let's turn on reverse, and we wanna just, you know, back up a little bit. There we go. Just won't do it that way. Yeah, it's a weird way of doing it, but it works. No one's coming. Perfect. Somebody's on. Well, we're just cruising. We just cruising. Enjoying our time. Bum, 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 bum. Oh. Oh. Dun dun dun. I still gotta get the barrel trauma stuff figured out still. I've been kind of like trying to get used to my new job before I even bothered trying to get all that sorted out, because like, that's the thing, I can't really ask for days off. Like for a certain day off, I kind of just gotta be like, okay, I work this day. And I get my schedule on Fridays, give or take. That's usually when I get my schedule on Friday. So, but like once I get that, hopefully, I can get that all worked out one day soon. Is something I want to do is get that barrel trauma all figured out. So I know we're going to be doing the 40k one. I'm not mistaken, that's the one we're going to be doing, is the 40k barrel. And right now there's, was it 2, 3, 4, 5 of us for it? But that could change, but right now it's 5. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa. Bum, 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 bum. Well, we're just cruising. It's still raining in game, which is kind of nice. Woo! Bam, bam, bam. First place. Whoa. Bam, 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 bam. Whoa. I do need to get the fucking CD of this. I know, fucking Favorite Folly got a CD out. Which I do need to get that album on CD. I would like it on LP, but it's on CD, so I'll definitely get on CD because I like CD and LP. Oh, toll booth ad, but it's the electronic toll booth? Yep. It's just a scanning toll booth. $1 toll. Singular dollar. Singular euro. Bum, bum, bum. Bow, bow. Oh, whoa. Hey, hey, motherfucker. You bastard. What the fuck? You think you would slow down a bit like you're supposed to? No, no, fucking tries to cut me off as quick as he can. You motherfucker. What the hell, man? What the fuck? Yeah, I bumped into the guardrail then. So I was like fucking blinking. I was trying to figure out, I was like fucking baffled that someone did that. You. Tradition. Do I need the way station? Please don't. Please don't try to way station me. Ah, fuck. I like fucking pull up ahead and go to the way station. Oh my. Trailer bumped the guardrail, that's fine. Inspection. Vehicle is not perfect. I was like, be more careful next time. It's fine. Well, that works, I guess, in a way. There we go. We're through. Well, at least the way station got took care of now. Turn that off. Still in 80 zone, so we're just cruising on up. Oh. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Whoa. I will say, steering wheel controller, definitely a fun time playing this. It's very chill. Other than, you know, people cutting me off in game. But, you know. You know, we'll pull in. Might as well sleep a little bit. What the fuck? Bum, 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 bum. Oh, pull it this way. Well, if you're gonna let me go out, I'm gonna go out. Green. One sec, I'm gonna try something real quick. Not the fucking right button. The 4. Just seat, please. There we go. That's actually a bit better. Oh yeah, it's way better now. That makes things a lot better for me now. There we go. Just had to move the fucking seat a bit in game. That's all. I just had to adjust my character's seat. I didn't really want to adjust the FOV. I like the FOV being kind of being realistic. I just want to adjust the seat back more so I can see the fucking mirrors and stuff. Lightning. Oh yeah, there is a lot of lightning. Bam, bam, bam. Oh. We're really just kind of like, you know, cruising along, listening to music, just trying to get to our destination. That's what I like about this game. Nice relaxing. You can kind of talk about anything you want while you play this game. Is there a fucking detour ahead? Or is it just, hold up? Oh, yeah, it's just a bit of a hold up here. Everyone was turning off. Except me. I'm not turning off. I'm going forward. A lot of them were turning off. A lot of fucking lightning out here today. Bum, 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 bum. Bam, bam. Whoa. Woo. Bam, 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 bam. Ah. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. We're just cruising. How's that? Oh, coffee. Why is there a calf above the fucking bridge? A calf above the highway. Honestly, kind of a vibe. Kind of a vibe. Having a calf above the highway like that. Definitely a vibe. Bam, 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 bam. Buzz. Fucking a lot of lightning out here today. Been like a thunderstorm in the game the last 2 days now. Seems to be at least. I still got a day and a half drive. Bum, bum. Bam, ba, bam, bam, ba, bam, bam. Woo. Bam, bam. Flashbang! 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 Let me flashbang everyone on the highway. Going like bonk. Flashbang. Imagine some truck fucking doing that, just driving next to you on the highway and then suddenly just going like that to you. Going like bonk. And just like fucking blinding you. Literally blinding you. A lot of fucking lightning in the distance there. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Down, bum 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 bum. Well, sorry being near my like tapping. I'm just like gently tapping the wheel. Just gently tapping the wheel. Woo. Hear me out, steering wheel cover to put on this thing. Damn. Bow, bow, bow. Mm-hmm. Oh. Done. Bum 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 bum. Do. Bow bow. Woo. Well, we're just cruising along. We're just chilling. Well, I'm just gonna continue on going. I'm gonna slow the windshield wipers down a little bit. Down, bow, bow. Well, oh, 70's on now. Slow on down a little bit. Slow on down. There's 70's on here. pull over like this. Bum 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 bum. We gotta go to Stockholm. Well, we gotta drive past Stockholm. We're not actually gonna go in Stockholm, we're just gonna drive past Stockholm. There we go. Oh, driving past Stockholm. Bum 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 bum. Coffee time. Oh, the 80s zone now. There we go. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The 80s zone. Liaison. Beyond liaison. Beyond. Beyond liaison. Beyond liaison. Well, we're just chilling. We're just doing a little bit chilling. Ugh. I do want to play games with more people, but, you know, it's kind of hard to do. It's like, I'm in like a weird time zone. It's like, I'm ahead of most people. Other than Europe. Europe's ahead of me, but like everyone in North America is beyond me. North America's behind me, but I was thinking South America's behind me. Yeah, I'm in like this weird fucking, like, my place has its very own time zone, just for this one place. It's like my entire place has like has its own unique time zone compared to like everywhere else in the same country. Like the rest of the country is like, you know, different times, but it's like for the specific area, it's like a big area, uses, oh, this one, or use this one. As mine uses its own unique one, and the place that's like, you go across the boat to is an hour and a half behind us. And it's like, what? Okay, that's a different fucking province. Is like an hour and a half behind me. But like, it's just weird. It's a weird thing. It is truly weird. It's also why I got this, like, I try not to have the accent come through, but sometimes it just kind of slips through. Which is, never the best when it does. My accent sounds like I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you, kind of deal. Like, it sounds like I'm gonna, like, just take you back and beat you. It's a fucking terrible accent. Sounds like I'm going to ask you for like a pack of cigarettes and then beat the fuck out of you. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Woo. Well, we're just cruising still. Wee. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. Whoa. Bam bam bam. Oh. Vaca. Vaca. Well, let's just slowly cruise on over. Oh. Ooh. Bum 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 bum. One thing I do need to play eventually again is D&D, but like that's probably something I'm never gonna get to play again, sadly. I haven't played anything like it in like years. Like Pathfinders was the last thing I played. The last time I played that was 20. It was like a good, I'd say no, not 6 years ago. It was no, about 5. Yeah, around 5 years ago, I'd say. 4 or 5 years. It's been since I played anything like that. I fucking miss it. I like, genuinely miss playing that stuff. I really want to play it again. Like, I'd have to relearn the rules, but like, I really want to fucking play it again. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum. Bum 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 bum. I was thinking it's a game I do. Like, I do want to play like fucking D&D and stuff again. It's just fucking miserable trying to find a group or anything for it. Cause like I want to play with people I know, but that's like a hard thing to do a lot of the time. Which is the worst part. It's a bit hard to do. It's like play with a group. Like, we'll find a group you can play with. It's like I do not want to play with random people. I mean, like, it's not bad, but like I'd much rather play with people I'm at least acquainted with. At least then you kind of know what you're getting into. It's not like, you know, a situation where it's like, whoa. It's like the last thing you want to do when playing something like D&D or something is be like, kind of like, have a group you're not really sure about. You want to at least be playing people with like you somewhat know. Like, you can make a lot of friends for D&D, which is nice, but it's also a thing where it's like you don't want a group where it's gonna be very weird. I mean, like, what I mean by very weird is like uncomfortable in a way. You want it where it's gonna be kind of like, honestly, like the best ones are when it's like everyone of different kind of personalities. Those are like the best groups because you never know what the fuck's gonna happen in those. It's like, I do need to play D&D again eventually, but that's the issue, is trying to get a group for that is like borderline impossible for me. It's either people I know already have a group and they're already like part of or playing and stuff like that. And it's like, damn. Is it the wrong spot? Fuck, it is the wrong spot. God damn it. I gotta do it this way. There we go. I just turn like this. And we gotta somehow fucking pull in. Right around. What one is it gonna be? It's gonna be this one. Don't dare tell me it. No, it should be the one on the end, I think. You're not the one inside, pardon. I don't know which one it is. It's gonna be this one, isn't it? I mean, I'll pull in and just see. Which is the worst part, is I gotta be so careful doing this. Is it not this one? Don't fucking... Motherfucker, it's not this one. This is the worst thing, is like trying to find the place that they want me to sleep to. Because it's a specific spot always, and that's the worst part of it. There's always this directly specific spot. That's like you need to get, like you can't like fuck up any little bit with it. And it's like, I don't know, it's not to the right of it, I think it might be to the left of it? I think it's the one to the left, I think. So I tried to the right of it, but I think it's this one here, maybe? Or not? Oh, yeah, it is this one. Perfect. I was like, which one was it? At least we found it. At least we found the spot. Well, let's say I gotta go down here. That's the worst part. Is I gotta head down this. Fucking helicopter. Okay. Oh, and another vehicle coming. Few, actually. At least nothing can come to my right, which is good. Which is good. This is the good thing about this spot is nothing can come to the right of me. It's also the bad thing. Also means I can kind of get like pinned in there for a bit. Hey, Skyla. Here. I'm gonna reach all the way fucking over and do this. Bug. I forgot I just locked the screen in this one. Hopefully stream was well. Sorry if I sound a bit weird. Where the fuck is it? No. It is. Fuck. Mm-hmm. No. Yes, you. There we go. I had to fucking lean all the way over across my wheel to get at it. Which is like the miserable part, is like the setup. My desk is like too small. So I'm having to lean across the fucking wheel. Well. Hopefully your stream went well. Bum 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 bum. That's good. I'm glad it went well. This fucking truck better not cut me off. I've already had a van try it. Plea afraid indeed. Yeah. I will say, Voices of the Void is a really good game to chat with, especially. It's good to chat and chill with Voices of the Void, I will say. Like, I need to play more of it. I haven't played it, like, fuck, in maybe 6 months or something. I have not played the most recent update. Or the last few I haven't played. I will say, the best thing is taking the TV and putting, like, a full fucking, like, shit fest on that TV. I think the worst one I've seen someone put on that TV was the fucking Lonely Alien ASMR. Someone downloaded it and put it on the fucking thing. Yeah. Sometimes it's good to stare long into the void. I still can't get over that. It's a fucking stupid video. The fucking Lonely Alien ASMR. Because there's so many people who download it just to throw onto the fucking TV and voices. Because for some reason, with one of the recent updates, it broke mostly everything for like video wise, but somehow that video still fucking works. I don't know why. But from what I've seen, that video still works. But all the other ones don't really work. Makes no sense, but bum, bum. I know for the Christmas one they had like the Krampus event and stuff, but I should have probably played it back in December when that was on the go. I love the fucking Krampus event because I remember you had to like brew your own alcohol to put out by the door. From what I remember, from what I saw about it, you had like brew your own alcohol, put out by the door, so it'd leave you alone. Oh shit! You gotta fucking. Oh, I should probably slow down for this. Yes, I should. Say it's gonna be a weird fucking slope on this hill. What the fuck? Oh, there we go. There's a fucking bump. These are pretty good now. Bum. Nope. 80 zone. 80 kilometers. Come on. Let's go. There we go. Well, at least we're driving fine now. I do need to play, Karain still. Brand new climbing game. I will say, that game is a good one. Because it just reminds me a lot of Peak Seor. And, like, I played the fuck out of Peak Seor when that was out. Like, if anyone ever gets a chance to play a game like Peak Seor, I would say do it, as long as you're not motion sick. Just don't play it if you're motion sick. You will fuck yourself up. Like, there is some levels in that game where if you're motion sick or afraid of heights, you will fuck yourself up big time. Climbing game where you can where you gotta sometimes throw yourself across like a fucking like gap. There's like so much fucking movement tech in that game, it's weird. So you can do stupid shit where if you spin yourself around enough, you can kind of like slingshot yourself upwards. It's a weird game, but it's great. Because you can play it in either black and white or colored. Well, I know they got the Alpine DLC, which I do own. I haven't played Alpine's the only thing I have not beaten that game yet. Was the Alpine DLC. I haven't even played that one yet. Bam. We're just cruising now. Okay. Ugh. Ew. Bum. Bum. Me at 28 hours left to the drive. That's better than what the 40 hours I started with on this drive. We're almost at 2 hours and I'm still on the first fucking delivery. Because it is a long one. But it pays like 100 something K. So it's fine. Though some of my drivers make me 60,000 now, so it's kind of good. Having that extra money definitely helps, but I'm more so doing it for the extra XP I get from like long haul and stuff. Like every kilometer I get like I think it was like past a certain amount I get like almost like 40% or something extra XP. Which I do need because this truck gets electric mirrors. Electronic like TV mirrors eventually at a certain level. Which I've been trying to get for this character because this is the character I use for multiplayer. With like when I play with like Dale and all them. This is the mod pack character I use. So I'm just trying to get those mirrors for next time we eventually play, which I don't know when it is. Last time we played this was December. I think it was December 20th? 21st, 22nd, something like that we played it, was the last time we did. And fucking times Rizzo showed up like half asleep in the call. Not even playing the game, just like in call, fucking fell asleep twice in call actually. I don't know how. I'm not sure how he managed that one. But he managed to fall asleep in this call. Fucking like twice or some shit. And we're all in there like, oh my fuck, it's a car pile up here. What the fuck happened? Oh, there's a fucking... Okay, there's a big pile up here. What do you mean a role play session for 30 minutes and fell asleep, half asleep? Pardon? A role play session? Oh, fucking accident. Okay, that makes sense now why it was slow up here. I mean, all the power to you to do a roleplay session half asleep, I guess. Just not sure why you would run one while half asleep. Bam, bam. Well. Oop. Come on. They're in the corner. I don't know why I'm fucking... I have 2 fingers on this fucking steering wheel. That's it. Just 2 fingers. Oh, I should technically have, like, 2 hands. I'm, like, 1 hand at most half the time. Especially, like... Oh my god. Fucking parking in this game. I'm using 1 hand on the mouse, 1 hand on the fucking wheel. This guy gotta look around. I mean, I don't really feel like having, like, the weird settings on. So you can make it easy on you. It's like, no, I want to, like, fucking waste my time doing it this way. Just to make it weird. But it works. What the fuck hit me? Start it away. Check will come to us. Surely the 3 minutes later, one of the players. Ow. I just realized fucking not paying attention to the road in this game. Oh. I mean, fair. I assume for like like D&D or like Pathfinders or something, I'd assume. Or some other tabletop. Like, I assume that's what that's for. It's for some tabletop. I'm not sure which one, but I'll say I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, I'm not sure what that one is, but like the only games I have like the most familiarity with for tabletop would be like Pathfinders, but that's because I played that for like nearly 8 years. Like yeah, it was like twice a week for like 8 years I played that. So, like, I love D&D and Pathfinders. I am most familiar, though, with Pathfinders E1, like, first edition Pathfinders. Most fucking miserable one, because of the bullshit in that. Oh, starvation mechanic. Oh, thirst. Oh, sleep. Oh, this, and fucking this. Fucking miserable it was for some stuff. But I will say it was a good game, though. The E1 Pathfinders was kind of great, just because of the random bullshit you could get up to in it. Like, I remember someone fucking pushed a boss, like, I remember the GM had this entire shit set up for, like, this really fucking high impact, like, boss fight on top of a tower, because we were, like, climbing this massive fucking tower, and someone fell down the staircase and literally broke, I think they broke both legs and their arm. And stuff. And it was, like, at the top of the fucking thing, it's, like, this massive fucking, it was 2 bosses combined into one boss fight. Like this healer who could fly and was like a fairy, if I'm not mistaken, and then this other one who was basically a minotaur, but like a demonic minotaur. It was fucked up. And I remember it was stupid because one of the players was an orc and just used bull rush and pushed the boss off, and the boss just insta died, just failed the fucking check. What the boss? I think the boss rolled a 10 on the check, and he needed to beat like a 16, and then immediately just fell to his death and died. And it was like this boss fight that was gonna take like almost like 2 sessions took us 1 turn. It was a single turn boss fight because someone just decided to bull rush him, which honestly, kind of the best thing to do in that scenario, because like, for every fucking campaign, I was basically a bard, because I was the only one willing to play bard, and I enjoy bard. Because I think the worst thing is, too, our GM said was in like, was it 30 years of him fucking GMing, it was his first ever fucking bard he's ever had, which I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. For some reason, not many people like playing bard and Pathfinders. It's weird. You'd think people would play bard and Pathfinders, but like, basically no one does. Everyone wants to play like fighter or like something like that. But kind of makes sense. There's so many fucking like things in Pathfinders. Well, I will say, I've never played either one of those, so I'll probably look into them, honestly, and just see. Yeah, I do need to play tabletop again. It's been a fucking long, it's been like nearly 4+ years since I've played any tabletop. It's been a while. Probably going on to about 6 years or plus now, I'd say. But yeah, it's been going on about 6+ years since I played tabletop. Like, I think the worst thing is, like, with Pathfinders, the fucking amputation system was just fucked in first edition, though. That was the worst thing in first edition, was the amputation system. Because, like, an enemy could crit hit you and then just fucking chop your fucking head off. Or chop your arm off or some shit. Like, we were in a fight and I had a skeleton crit hit me and chop my fucking hand off. And snap my fucking sword. Snap my greatsword and chop my fucking hand off, is what happened. And it was just brutal. Because it was just me alive. Like, everyone else in the party got wiped. Because I remember it was me versus, like, what was it, 60 undead and a fucking demon. Because I remember it was like sword gone. I picked up a fucking plank of wood with 0 debuffs to it because I had the perk, like the feats that gave it. So like any improvised weapon didn't have any debuffs to it. I think I killed like maybe 15 enemies before the demon got to me and one-tapped me. Because I remember I did the fucking bleed roll. I saved and stopped my bleeding instantly and then just went on a rampage. I was like, yep, I'm the last person alive. It's like, I might as well just go all out and see how fucking long I can last. Because there was no retreating. It's like, it's just me alive. It's like, the demon's there, and it's just gonna chase me down anyway, so it's like, there's no turning back. All because 2 fucking people decided to be like, I'm gonna go touch the tomb that had, like, a shit ton of fucking sigils put over it, and, like, it was surrounded in fucking incense and, like, sigils and stuff to, like, hold it in, and, like, the coffin was chained. Nah, let's grab the fucking demon. What was it? I forget the name of it, but it was a demon of lullabies. It was like the nickname for it. Because I remember it could just put you to sleep. It would put you to sleep and then torture you to death. Is what it would do. It was fucking miserable. Because I remember it wiped everyone, including my character. You know, well, eventually. Well, it was after I got 15 kills, it killed me. But. Yeah, we're like I think we're level 2, and they decided to touch it. Because I remember our GM asked them like 8 times, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure? Just constantly kept telling them, are you sure you want to do this? And they didn't listen and just did it anyway. It was their first time ever playing it. Playing like Pathfinders. Because I remember there's a few groups on the go for Pathfinders at the time. Yeah. Yeah, because I remember there was a few groups for it, and I was put in a group with all new players because, in the words of my GM, I want someone who knows what they're doing, and I know is gonna kind of guide people to do stuff. And I was like, okay, I guess fair enough to put me in the group. And like, they didn't listen to the GM warning them multiple times not to touch it, and didn't listen to me telling them not to do it. But then again, it makes sense why they didn't listen to me. All their characters hated my character. Because I remember some orphan tried stealing money in my pocket. I grabbed his hand and then fucking booted him in the face and curb stomped him. Because I remember that. Because my GM had to ask, like, verify. I was like, what alignment am I? I was like, neutral. And his first words, okay, never mind, you can do that if you want. I'm like, yep. Because everyone else was lawful. Everyone was either neutral good or like lawful and stuff like that. And I was the only neutral character, because I used to play chaotic neutral. Most of my bards were chaotic neutral. But the one time I played it was a giant Titan fighter. Or giant fighter, I forget the exact name of the class. Was when he banned chaotic neutral from being used in his campaigns. So we did neutral. But, because I remember after that character died, we went to a city campaign instead. Because we swapped campaigns to a city. And I remember, because I made a Asmar pimp. Which was the stupidest thing I was like, what's the stupidest thing I can make? Asmar pimp. Which was just dumb. But it was a stupid, funny-ass character. Because I remember they wore stilettos, shoes with, they wore fucking, like, dumb heeled shoes. Like, just heels, but they had blades concealed in the fucking front of the shoes. So they could tap the heel backwards and stick the blades out. It was stupid, because I had good acrobatics, so I could use, like, fucking, like, do weird shit with it. And I remember, because I had a cane. The character used to walk around a cane sword he used to walk around with. And it was dumb because I remember I made the executive choice for the character-wise to have it so the halo was always visible, which meant light was always radiating off it. So I remember because I was like, I could do this and have it funny that way, because my GM took and noted it down, just so that like even if we're trying to hide, my character would be visible from it. Which it was like, yeah, it's like fits the character, because that character was dumb. I got in a fight with nuns, a bunch of fucking nuns. I remember that fight. I had to do a fucking roll. Only me. I was the only one who had to do a roll to see how infamous and known I was. Like, everyone else didn't have to do a roll because they're new adventurers, but since my character came from the city and was technically a criminal, I had to roll. And I remember because I rolled a nat 20, and everyone knew me in the city. Which was the dumbest thing, because I managed to convince a bunch of paladins not to fuck with me. So I remember there was like the paladins were the guards of the city. They're like patrol. They're like black plated paladins or some shit. They were fucked. Like you weren't able to even take them on. Like if you were level 18, you fared a chance. Like then you could fight them like and have a chance. But like low level, they just basically one tap you. Because I remember it was like, yeah, someone wanted to fight one, and my GM said, no, I'm not even gonna let you do it. It's like, you fucked up last campaign, I'm not letting you do it again. Because my GM just fucking, like, hardwalled them from fucking up again. I was like, I will say, having good acrobatics was a savior in that campaign. Like, I remember running across a fucking rooftop after someone. That was a great time. I was the only one to get, like, after the character. Like, get after the fucking NPC. Everyone else either fell off the fucking roof or, like, sprained their ankles or some shit. I remember someone fell off a roof and landed in front of all the paladins. And then were just questioned why they were on the roof. But since they were also a paladin, they were able to escape it pretty easily. But, because I remember my character was just able to get us into most places without any issues. Since my character was so infamous. It was just stupid. Oh, we want to go to this part of town? Oh, everyone knows me, so we're able to get through without anyone trying to attack us or rob us. But if, like, I didn't roll that, it would have been like, yep, someone's gonna try to rob you. I will say, that campaign was fun. But it was just stupid, because 2 people quit. I remember there was like, there was 11 of us in that campaign, I think it was. 2 people quit within session 2, I think it was. Because they decided to chase after a goblin and got wearing heavy armor, chased after a goblin who went through a crack in the wall. They got themselves stuck, and then the goblin showed up with pitchforks and just fucking murdered them. Just literally stuck him constantly till he died. I remember that. He quit and didn't come back. I was like, yeah. Like, it's like, what do you expect? You kind of went into a crack in the wall wearing heavy armor. Like, you're not gonna get out of that. Like, you had good strength, but you had no, like, dex, really. He had, like, all constitution and all strength, and that was it. But he had himself wedged in there completely, so it was like he had to destroy his armor he would have had to get out. And he didn't want to destroy his armor. I was like, yeah, great. Those campaigns were just a shit show. Like, I think the weirdest one we had was we just had like a standard, like, you know, adventure in, like, what city was it? Pathfinder. I forget where it was in Pathfinders. But it was, like, far out in the fucking forest. Because there was, like, a fucking temple. Moonlight Temple or some bullshit there was. There was a lot of shit in that campaign. There was, like, hunting and all this stuff you could do. And there's, like, a lot of fights where I remember someone fell into a river wearing fucking heavy armor and started drowning. But there was a lot of shit in that one. 'Cause I remember I got, there was a fucking, we went to a tavern and bathhouse. And I remember I got my character so drunk, I couldn't play the game for 2 fucking sessions. I was, my character was unconscious for, just at the bar, just drunk. Because I remember session 2 I came in, and then I proceeded to then drink again, just to knock myself out again. I mean, yeah, with the group of people who were first time playing tabletop, I kind of understood the missing sense. Because, like, the campaigns that were not with them and were with, like, the group I've been playing with, like, I was playing with at the beginning, like, when I started out, that campaign was hell. Because it was like, I remember someone got naked and covered themselves in soap and then wrestled a demon in a bathhouse. A monk got bare-ass naked and wrestled a demon. I still remember that one, because he won. He fucking won the fight. He's like, he won the fight while I was drunk and knocked out in the bar. And it was like everyone else was in the bathhouse with him, fighting it. Because, like, the events leading up to that whole ordeal was just like a fucking, like, reality show at that point. Because it was like, I remember because we walked into the bar and it was like, it was just so normal at first. And then someone, like, approached me, and I remember because I fucking jumped up on a table and started doing some stupid shit. Because it was like, yeah, this is not gonna be good. Because someone, I remember, what was it? Someone jumped from the fucking roof on top of me, and I, like, slammed a tankard into their fucking head. It was some shit like that. Because I remember I killed someone with a tankard. I remember bashing someone's skull in with a tankard at one point. Fucking bird, I had, like, was it 12 strength or something? I just got lucky with my rolls. It was just an absolute fucking comedic events. Cause it turned into a bar fight where no one had weapons. Not a single person had weapons because we left them at home. Like, we left them at our fucking inn. So everyone was just, like, using fucking improvised weapons and, like, their hands and shit. So it was like the monk, was it Way of the Fist monk, was getting in a fist fight. Was fighting people. We had a ranger fucking throwing, like, what was it? Knives at people. Like, throwing fucking, like, table knives at people. It was just shit. It was just a absolute fucking shit show. But it was fun. And it was like everyone there had common sense. It was like everyone kind of played out of things we were doing. Because I remember I was, like, using bardic inspiration, jumping across tables with the high acrobatics. And just kicking chairs into people, like, knocking them prone. Starfighter would, like, because I remember a paladin as well, he would, like, come over and body slam people. It was just, that campaign was a absolute, like, chaos fest of how, like, random can we make things. But, like, I think I've only ever pissed the GM off. I only ever pissed that GM off once. And that was when I was playing a water wizard. That was a dumb time, because I had the fucking stupid spell that let you, like, stream, like, high pressure water out of your hand, basically. And I remember there was a shit ton of enemies in one room. I opened the door, and it was like 40 enemies in this one room, just me. And the first words out of my mouth was, what's around me? Perception, glass on floor. I'm gonna use the water on the fucking glass. Killed every enemy in the room with one move, one turn, murdered everything in the room, and he was pissed. Because I remember he tried killing me off at another point, because my character was kind of, like, busted in that way. Just having, like, water as my main ability was just absolutely stupid. Because, like, yeah, because I remember the character's name was Gregory. It was Gregory Pickle was the character, and we had someone else named, what was it, Coconut Walford? Or some shit. His entire ability was he used to summon a coconut crab. It was stupid. We were both, he was a summoner, I was a wizard. It was just a stupid duo of us both being next to each other 90% of the campaign. he was summoned coconut crabs that would then try to eat people. And I used to fucking just use just use water and shit. It was dumb as hell. I think the worst one I did was I coated an entire room in water and then used fireball to then try and what did I do? I caused a steam explosion and I like blew half of a fucking building apart. That was a bad thing I did. Cause I remember I almost killed our paladin because I sent fucking wood shards into his fucking chest. I think he survived with like 2 HP points or something. Like, cause how it was if it fucking hit him to 0, he would have went down. But like the issue was from what it was and the damage it would have been if he was unconscious, his fucking things wouldn't have kicked in to save him. So if he was if he was down unconscious, it would have killed him. But since he wasn't unconscious, he survived. It was a absolute shitfest. That entire like section of one campaign was, because it was like you didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen. It was just who could do what. Oh, we have a paladin. We got a summoner and we had a fucking wizard who specialized in water. And it was an elemental wizard specialized in water. It was just some dumb shit we had. What else we had? A few people in that camp. I think there was 8 of us in that one. I think it was. There's been so many weird campaigns I've been a part of. There's been many fucking weird ones. But, like, yeah, well, oh yeah, I was playing a Kitsune Bard, and that was the one with the fucking tables and shit, was the Kitsune Bard. And it was the human, yeah, it was the human, elemental wizard water for the fucking, glass thing. It was a human titan fighter, but it was I think it was the fucking, what was the background? It was like, rebirths or something. It's like you're hollowed and scarred. It was like some weird background like that. I've had so many weird characters over the years. Like, I've never had, like, a normal character, the best way to put it. Like, I've played fucking Gripplies before, a fucking frog, basically. Like, a tiny frog I've played. Like, I kind of refuse to play normal characters. I do. Just, like, normal character, not fun. I'm not gonna play a human fighter. That's stupid as fuck. Like, if I played a human fighter once, but I was a human titan fighter, and it wasn't like, oh, this background. It's like, no, this character's like completely fucked beyond belief in every way possible, and like only speaks in Runic. Speaks in Abyssal and Runic is the only languages that he speaks. He doesn't speak Common. Because I remember, like, communication for that campaign was just dumb. The fucking Asmars speak Celestial and Common. Yeah, speak Abyssal, Common, and Celestial. There were so many random fucking characters I have had. Like, I played D&D, I think, once or twice, and, like, those were even stupid characters. It's very hard to get, like, a normal, common, like, character you'd see in a campaign out of me. It's always gonna be something really stupid. Always will be. Yeah. I think that's the worst thing, is things like that happen all the fucking time. And it's like, usually it happens and the GM doesn't know what to do, because like the entire encounter was just fucked. and then they gotta try and figure out what to do next. So usually they end up ending. Sometimes the campaign, sometimes not. Yeah. I will say, like, that Kitsune Barrett I had that one time was just an absolute fucking shit show, though. Because that campaign was a weird one, with, like, fucking giants and all this shit. And, like, there was, like, a god. There was, like, multiple gods involved in the campaign. Which was, like, the worst part, because, like, the gods were allowed to intervene in things happening in the campaign. Which made things fucked. Because, like, you were doing something and a god could just intervene in something you were trying to do. Could be either a chaotic god, neutral god, or a good god. All the fucking time. It was absolute chaos. It's like, I remember we had a god that was took control of a bunch of fucking giants. And I remember that one because I was the only one to not be unconscious that entire time. That was like it was like a 3-hour long fucking fight. Because I remember everyone got on cons and I was just there using Dimensional Door to, like, get around as quick as I could. Because I had this weird fucking feat that allowed me to have Dimensional Door as a bonus action. And just as not even one of my spell slots. Like, well, like when I had my spells prepared, it didn't classify as one of them. Because it counted as a bonus action that consumed one of my spell slot. Well, as a spell slot. But it didn't actually take one of my prepared spells. So it was just an absolute chaos fest. And I remember I sacrificed almost every single spell slot I had to just Dimensional Door to people. Because it was the Bard, and I had the stupid fucking thing where I could just get around. Like, yeah, I was the Bard, and I had, like, the stupid step ability and all this shit. And I was just, it was in 30, 40, I think, 40 movement speed or some shit. Because that one was fucked, because it was 3 hours of us fighting giants with everyone being knocked out at one point, and me having to go around and just grabbing people through my door and pulling them to a safe spot. Because I remember I got chased down. I went and jumped into a pile of rubble and camouflaged myself in the rubble with illusion. And then I used Greater Illusion to make a dragon. I think it was a brass dragon, I think, or something like that. Something like that. Because I remember I had to use that. I had mimic sounds, and since I had high enough nature knowledge, I was able to remember the exact sound and look of one. Because I had to mimic it, the feel of it, the sound, the look, the damage it was taking, and everything. I had to mimic all of it. And I had to also try to mimic the area as well, being damaged by its movement, and also, like, illusion damage on enemies so they think they were actually getting hurt. That was a fuck time doing that just so I could, because I was rolling a concentration check every turn. Sometimes multiple times a turn, because I would be using that while also trying to use Dimensional Door to pull people through. Just so I could save everyone. Because I remember we survived it because I managed to pull it off. But it was a fucking miserable time. It was like, how many D20s can I roll this turn? Like, Dimensional Door, bonus action, grab them. Main action, concentrate this. It was a fuck time. Because, like, we had a fucking wizard get knocked out. 2 fighters got knocked out. Paladin got knocked. A rogue got knocked. Ranger got knocked. And I think our monk did as well. Yeah, our monk as well got knocked. and it was just me left. It was like, that shit was absolute chaos, because that was the same campaign where we fucking ambushed a outpost as well. We had to, we were tasked with like killing a certain guy. Like I remember because we took a task from like a leader of a certain guild, and he had this job to kill this, I forget what it was, like bandit or something. It's like infamous in the area. Because I remember it was an absolute shit show. I remember we went in there nighttime, and I had the stupid light ability with the race, the dancing lights. Because I was using that to make like mimic people walking. I was making like humanoid figures with light, and using it to like confuse the enemies and make them all kind of like freak out, and like they're all getting like paranoid and stuff. And then our wizard launched a fireball onto the camp, killing everyone in there, because it was all cloth tents and stuff, and they all went up in flames. It was just an absolute massacre, because it was like light, people made of light walking around distracting enemies while also having the entire place catch fire at the same time. It was a shit show. Then again, as a bard, I had some fucked things I was doing. Like, I had some spells that were like, just fucked people up big time. I will say, Pathfinder Bard, OP. D&D Bard as well, kind of OP. You can get some really fucked spells for D&D Bards as well. But like, Pathfinder Bards in 1st edition were fucked. They were fucked. You used to be able to pull off some insane shit with them. Like, the amount of spells you had access to, and if you took the feats that have access to other classes spells on top of it, because like I used to take the feat that give me the wizard spells. That was a fucked one, because I also had the thing where it then let me also memorize spells, and so I could pay, instead of writing it down in a book, I used to be able to like pay a certain thing to memorize it, which was stupid, but it was like, it worked. Because I memorized some dumb spells. It's like I could only have a certain amount that day, like a wizard would. Same with like any magic class, I could only have a certain number of spells that day. But it was like, I was able to like grab scrolls and memorize them off the scroll. Normally it would be only wizards could write the, like, transcribe them into their book. But there's some dumb fucking feats and all this other bullshit we had on the go, where it allowed me to just memorize it. I remember, because like, Pathfinders was just, that was an experience. Pathfinders 1st edition especially is an experience. 2nd edition, I've not played it, and I don't really want to. Mostly because they took a lot of the classes and races out. Like, they kind of like streamlined and like kind of like streamlined Pathfinders a lot, like in 2nd edition. Like, you don't get the weird classes like Inquisitor or fucking Investigator and all this other weird shit, like Criminal Mind Investigator. All this, like, every class had an archetype, and there was so many fucking classes to pick from. It wasn't fit. Like, you could pick Gunslinger and all this other shit, and it was just an absolute fuckfest of like, how many classes is there available? Oh, this many. How many subclasses for this class are available? Probably like 4 subclasses for each class. That was absolutely like chaos. Because you could get into a match and have a fucking, what was it called? Slayer. You could have a Slayer in your group. That was fucked to be a Slayer. Because the Slayer was just able to analyze an enemy and then got advantage on rolls against the enemy. And if you aim for a specific body part that you analyze, you can find the weak point on the body part. That class was a fucked one. So I remember I played a Slayer once, and I remember because I used a buckler and a scimitar. That was my entire kit. Was that, and then I had some ropes on my side. and like things you would use for rock climbing, like climbing, scaling walls and stuff, like the metal pegs. Because I remember we were fighting a monster and I managed to scale it. I remember I sliced its leg, jumped onto it, and fucking stabbed it with the metal and the rope, and literally like tied the rope around myself as quick as I could. That character was a fucked one, because like, oh, scan, like, oh, analyze this enemy real quick. Oh, here's this thing about it. It was good for the campaign we were doing though. We were doing like this campaign that was like an arena event almost. It was like games. Oh, if you're not in combat in the games, your weapons are then sealed by magical bindings. But once you're in the games, like once your match for the day happens, your weapon becomes unbound. It was weird. It was a fucked one. Because I remember someone tampered with their magical binding once. But it's like if they got found out when they did it, they would have been expelled from the game. And also, I'm pretty sure it might have been executed as well, if I remember right. You could get executed for it, depending on the severity of it. It was a weird fucking campaign. It was good. Like, I'd even miss Pathfinders. But, like, the only thing I don't miss about Pathfinders is the amount of fucking math in Pathfinders. There's so much fucking math in that. Plus the character sheets, I hated the fucking paper character sheets for Pathfinders. They were, like, so cramped. Like, they were nice in a way because you could get basically everything down. But they were so cramped. It was, like, hard to fit everything on there. And when you did put stuff on there, it was so small. It's fucking miserable to use. I'm gonna say it was miserable to use, but you can always get some really fun. There's always a lot of fun interactions in Pathfinders. I think the worst thing is our GM was not afraid to like go in the shit. I remember someone tried seducing a bot. Like someone tried seducing one of the villains in game and succeeded. That was a fuck time. Because I remember he like vividly described what it was like, what the fucking, like, it was basically a sex scene it turned into. And he, like, vividly described everything just because he was like, this is what you get for doing this. He was like, just doing it just to make people uncomfortable. I was like, yeah, you decided to do this, this is what happens because you did it. I was like, yeah. Of course, it was a Drider as well. Was the villain. One of the villains was a Drider. Oh. We had such weird shit in those campaigns. Like, I kind of miss playing with that group, but it made sense why. I stopped playing with them years ago, like a while ago, but that's because like basically everyone moved away. Like one moved an hour or something away, another just moved like fucking 8 hours away. One went to a different province and all this stuff, so it was like, yeah, kind of makes sense why it all kind of like split up. That. But it was an eventful time, I will say. I do want to play D&D though, specifically. I do want to play. It's a lot easier to get into for most people, so like it's a lot easier for like rule-wise and stuff like that. It's a lot easier compared to something like Pathfinders, where the rule book is like insanely fucking long. The rule book is so fucking massive for Pathfinders. It was. And it was like dreadful. Because I try to remember like most of the rules for Pathfinders was insane. Second edition, I know they chopped a lot of it out and kind of streamlined it, but like first edition, that's where the fun stuff is first edition Pathfinders. That's where you got to like the eventful shit. Like the rule book containing hunger mechanics, containing everything like that. You didn't have to use it, but it kind of, you know, Pathfinders was really hardcore, to put it. So like hardcore D&D, which would be like food, hunger, thirst, sleep, stuff mechanics in D&D, is like tame compared to like just base like Pathfinders with all the rules, which was like, that's the miserable part. Is like, oh, you went into this dungeon? How much food did you bring on you? Oh, this is how much you brought? What kind? You brought this. Oh, it's soaked now. Oh, your food's soaked. Like someone, you say you had like a fucking thing of bread. Fell into something and your bag got tore or something and you lost all of it into the water. It's like, oh, there goes a lot of your food. It's all soggy. You can still eat it. Oh, that water wasn't treated. You're now sick. Like, this water wasn't boiled or treated? Oh, you're now ill. It's like, oh, you're now taking all these debuffs because you're ill. Yeah, it's just a fucked fest it was. It was miserable. Like, oh, this person hit you so hard in the head that your eye got... they fucking ruptured your cornea in your right eye. It's like, you're now partly blind. It's like cut in your perception skill. Yeah, Pathfinders was the one where it was roll for everything. It's not, oh, yeah, you can just do that. Yeah, Pathfinder's the one where it's like, oh, you want to do this? Roll for it. Oh, you want to drink this? You want to drink this in a theatrical way? Roll for it. Oh, you want to drink this full tankard quickly? Roll for it. See if you choke on it. It was roll for everything you wanted to do in Pathfinders. Like, I mean, you could talk to people without rolling, but if you wanted to do anything in the speech, you had to roll for it. Like, if you wanted to try to convince someone, roll for it. Try to do this for someone, roll for it. You want to tell them something that was true, roll for it, see if they believe you. Stuff like that. Pathfinders was roll for everything. That's what kind of made it the interesting part, was you had to roll for fucking everything. Like, it was good. It was good for RP wise, but it was, and that's kind of where the funny part was. Rolling for everything was where a lot of the fucking gags and like absolute stupidity came from. Because you could just roll and absolutely fuck up what you're doing, which was always the funniest part about it. Was rolling and you never knew what was gonna happen. I don't even know where they want me to fucking sleep in this. Oh. I mean, I can go across this. I can get across this. I don't know where they want me sleeping though. That's the issue. I don't know where. I had to be fucking careful about this one. Oh shit. Okay. Pull up this one. We're gonna scrape it. Yeah. Let's say we're gonna scrape that. Like, if I pulled it a little bit more, I wouldn't have scraped it, but this isn't the right spot they want me in, is it? It is perfect. Yeah. I will say I did like the injury system in Pathfinder's a nice bit, like having the ability to have your character's fucking arm get chopped off if they fucked up big enough. Or like having your ribs get like crushed or something. It was an interesting mechanic to have, I will say. Like just being able to be there and be like, oh, the enemy critted you. Pull out, you have a deck of cards, all with things on it half the time. So what it was like the GM could either pick their own, or they would have a deck of cards specifically made for crits. Both your crits and enemy crits. And it had also critical fails. It had a deck for critical fails and a deck for critical hits. You could buy it as an accessory for your games. That was an eventful time. Because you could crit hit someone and just insta-kill them. You could, if you pulled out a deck of cards, if your GM decided, oh, for this crit hit, we're going to use the deck of cards. They could pull it, and it could be like you decapitate the enemy. oh, you ruptured their, like, whatever, like, you ruptured their fucking lungs or some shit like that. Or like, oh, this happened if you're using this weapon. Oh, you're not using that one, draw again. Or like stuff like, it was very weird to have at the deck of cards, but it was also pretty interesting because you got a lot of, it was really randomized. It wasn't the GM could kind of like, it wasn't the GM got to pick exactly what happened. So it was like, if it happened against your character, I remember our GM used to have it, so it was like, you had the option to take the cards or not against an enemy. But if it was against you, it was always a card draw against you. So if an enemy crit hit at you, it was always a card draw. And if you crit lost, it was always a card draw. If you crit lost, like if you crit failed, it was always a card draw. Because I remember the crit hits against you were the fucked ones, because it was like you pulled the card every fucking time you got crit hit by an enemy, and that was where the gamble started. It was like, what's gonna happen? Is the enemy gonna one-tap me? Is the enemy just gonna decapitate me? Like, in the instance of my Titan fighter, had his hand chopped off by an enemy because of the crit hit. Because the card specified amputation of the primary hand. That was the card. Was the primary hand has been severed clean off. Was, I think the card's specific words were, the primary hand of the end of the attack of the receiving end, the person who receives this card, their primary hand has been severed. It was something like that. Like if the enemy receives it, their primary hand for their weapon, so their dominant hand was severed. But if you received it, your dominant hand was severed. There was prosthetics in Pathfinders, so you could technically replace it with a prosthetic. You can get clockwork replacements, which were basically a full replacement, just made of clockwork machinery. But then there was like traditional ones as well, like hooks and all this other stuff. It was interesting, to say the least. But it was also just a fuck thing. Because as soon as you saw a crit hit against you, you knew what was happening, what was going to happen. The fucking cards were coming out, and you didn't know what was going to get pulled. It wasn't, oh, the GM hates you. Oh, he's just gonna kill you off, or he's gonna fucking maim you or something. It was a simple matter of, oh, he pulls a card, who knows what the fuck's about to happen. So it was more fair that way. So you go pull a card and just have the most fucking worst things happen. Like, I remember I crit failed an attack roll one time. He pulled the card for the crit fail, and my weapon got flung out of my hand in a direction. And just so happened that in that direction, one of my teammates was standing, and then proceeded, I had to roll to dodge the incoming weapon. Failed the roll and got hit with the sword. Because they had the sword get lodged into their shoulder. And they took, what was it, 15 points of bludgeoning damage and 5 points of slashing. It was some bullshit like that. Because there was different damage types as well, like bludgeoning, slashing, piercing. All that stuff. So I was like, oh, you're against an enemy with armor? Bludgeoning. Use bludgeoning, please. Because it was like, oh yeah, that's going to do a nice bit of damage. It's going to be like better. Because like, you could crush the armor. As like slashing against fucking full plate armor is not going to really do too much. So, because like, I remember if you use bludgeoning, I think it was, you got around the armor bonus. Like the AC armor bonus, depending on what it was. Like heavy armor protected it, but it wasn't, if it was bludgeoning, I think it was like you got, it wasn't as much reduction to damage if it hit. It was something like that. It was something really weird stuff where it was like different damage types did different things. So if you bludgeon hit someone hard enough, you could just crush their bones. And as if you slash hit someone enough, like hard enough, you could just slice them apart. Like, I've fucking, because a rapier is a weird weapon in Pathfinders, because it does both piercing damage and slashing damage. So it's a weird one, because you got both options. You had piercing and slashing with a rapier. Because I remember you could chop people, like, because piercing did more damage than the slashing did. Because you had to do the thrust. And it used to do piercing damage, which was and it did more damage than your standard slash, because a rapier is a piercing weapon. And that was the interesting part, is you didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen. Like, it was always interesting with Pathfinders. But I will say, D&D though, that's a fun game as well. D&D is a game that is still fun, no matter what. And just how easy D&D is to get into, you're not having to put people through like a miserable time. Like, you're not being like, oh, it's your first time playing this game, your hand just got fucking amputated, like severed on your first fucking like session. That doesn't happen in D&D usually. I mean, in hardcore D&D maybe, but not like standard D&D. As in Pathfinders, your first session you could just die, or like your first session you could just be completely fucking maimed. Like, you could have your fucking leg severed or your arm severed in like session 1 of Pathfinders. Like, that was the worst part of Pathfinders, is like session 1 could be the death of your character, or like the absolute fucking of the rest of your time in the sessions. Like, the rest of the campaign could just be fucked because of session 1. Like, session 1 kind of like determined how fucked this campaign was gonna be. So like, I've had people die in session 1. I've had people literally have their heads chopped off or fucking arms ripped off in session 1. It's miserable. When something like that happens, it's like, okay, now we kind of know what session 1's gonna entail. Like, what the rest of this campaign is gonna be is most of the party being wiped out. Which is always like the worst part. I think there's only ever I've only ever had one TKO. Like, one total knockout. I've only ever had one TKO ever. Which was total party knockout, but I've only ever had one TPK as well. Which was the same one with the total party knockout. That was the sleep demon. Because it was the TPK as well, which is total party kill. Which also happened, because the total party got knocked out, which, you know, usually maybe you would get captured or whatever, and you just wake up, whatever. But TPK, total party killed. Because the demon then tortured everyone individually and killed them all. So it was a TPK. And it was like, okay, great. Session, I think it was session 2, TPK. And then session 3 was us just making new characters for a brand new campaign. Yeah. Yeah, that was a great time. Yeah. I do hope I'll be able to play D&D probably one day again. So I've only ever played D&D maybe like twice. Every other time I've ever played any games has always been Pathfinders. I do hope I will play D&D eventually again. Like, eventually, because I only ever played like once or twice. I'd say about twice, I'd say. Safe to say probably around twice I've played it, and that was it. I do want to play it again. Because I love D&D. Like, there's just so much creativity in it, especially with like custom classes, custom races, stuff like that. But even base D&D is just good. As long as you got like the expansions and stuff. There's so much nice stuff in D&D. Yeah. Oh. Bow, bow. Bow. Whoa. Turn. I gotta pause the game for a sec. Did that ever work? I'm not sure. Give me a sec. What have we been on right now? Huh. Oh, okay, never mind. It's next. I was like, did it skip over some stuff? No, it didn't. It was just acting weird. It's just YouTube music was being weird with things. I was waiting for human to come on. I'll say I do want to play. I'm not sure what race I want to play yet for D&D eventually. But I will be playing a bard when I get to play it. Because the one spell I want to kind of base my character around is House of Cards. House of Cards is a spell I want to base my Pathfinders, well, not Pathfinder, my D&D bard around. If anyone doesn't know what House of Cards does, it allows you to make a giant house of cards, like a massive house of cards. There's also another spell, if I'm not mistaken, that allows you to make your own dimension almost. I think it becomes a, if I'm not mistaken, it becomes a permanent dimension, I think it is. It's some weird shit. Some weird fucking spell. But allows you to I think it's either access a dimension or make your own kind of like secluded dimension. There's only a small one. But I think if I'm not mistaken, House of Cards fits exactly in the dimension it would. Because it was some weird shit I had figured out, like, myself, like, looking at the spells and reading both of them thoroughly. It was like, if you use this one and you use House of Cards, you could combine them in this way. There was, like, you had this dimension that had a House of Cards in it. And if I'm not mistaken, you could get it set up in such a weird way to trap people in, like, shove people in your dimension. In your dimension, where it's just, all it's in there is just a giant House of Cards. There's all this weird shit I've like trying to like slowly figure out for different kind of ways I want to make a bard. When if I ever eventually do get to play D&D again, I will be playing a bard, and I do have like an exact kind of like thing figured out I want to do, because I want my character to be based around the House of Cards spell, which means we're gonna have a bard who's a jester in a way, but more of a demonic jester if anything. Like, generally demonic. Like, the character is going to be demonic, in a way. The character will be, like, chaotic neutral in alignment. And it's kind of only with the party, just for fun. That's kind of, like, the whole setup I want for that character. And, like, if the DM ever wanted to make my character an actual villain, like, become a villain partway through this campaign or near the end of it, like, I would fucking gladly play a villain at near the end of a campaign. Like, just gladly turn my character into the villain that everyone has to fight. Though my character probably wouldn't be strong. In a way, I can definitely hold my own. I've done PvP Pathfinders. That's not a joke. PvP Pathfinders was a thing that I've done many of times. There was like, we did a thing where it was a game hosted Pathfinders. But everyone made a character level this like certain level, and everyone had to fight. It was everyone was in groups. I think there was like 6 groups of 4 or something like that. And everyone fought each other on like a giant battlefield of like ruins. It was a fucking eventful time. Especially as a bard, I could fuck people over so much, and I did. Like, using an illusion, and then they all had to roll up fucking a perception and intelligence. But most of them min-max, like, their fucking strength, so they couldn't get out of my fucking illusions. Like, me making an illusion of, like, the entire, like, area. Pretty sure you can do that in D&D as well, make it, like, an illusionary world, if I'm not mistaken. Which, if you can, that will definitely pair well with my idea of a character for D&D. My jester. I want to do. That's the whole thing with D&D is I want to make this character who's kind of like this, not really a gimmick character. It's not like a joke character. It's a good fight. It's a proper character, but it's just done in such a way that it's kind of strange. A character that's technically nice to the party, but in reality does not give 2 shits what happens to them. And is just kind of along for the ride, and kind of just finds comedy in the entire situation they're going through. That's kind of the whole gimmick I want with that character, is just kind of find comedy in everything. So the character will definitely play jokes on the party, and also on the enemies. Even if it means doing things like illusions on the party itself. As long as I'm not directly hurting the party in a way, like as long as I'm not killing the party. But like, you know, I want to do it in that way where it's like, oh, we're out of combat, but everyone's asleep. Oh, the jester's awake. Do this. Roll charisma to lie that, oh, I have no idea about this. Stuff like that. Until eventually I break the illusion for everyone. I want to do dumb shit like that for that character. Because it would be an interesting thing. And especially having it like near the end of the campaign, if to say the DM did want to make them the villain, like a final fight. I definitely would be able to hold my own. Because I know how to play a bard very well. And the worst part is I know like different kits and different spells and how well they work together. That's the worst part. Is playing a bard who would probably be high level. And if I took a feat for wizard spells, you eventually could probably grab the spell Black Hole. Which then creates the most fucked scenario possible. Because if you manage to do it in such a weird way of being able to put everyone in your own dimension and then summon a fucking black hole on everyone, that would just be an absolute chaos. Because there's not really anything anyone could do. The most someone could do is try to counterspell a black hole. That's like the most they could do. Is try to counterspell a black hole. And just, we gotta hope someone in the party other than you has magic. That's the issue. Because it's only you who have magic, which usually ends up being what it is in D&D, is most people play fighter or stuff like that. If you're playing a bard who's the only person in the party who has magic, they're kind of fucked if you black hole in your own dimension, because no one can counterspell. Which is definitely an issue if no one can counterspell it. Boom, boom, boom. House of Cards is nice, though. Each card, if I'm not mistaken, only has 1 HP. I think so. I think each spell only has each card only has 1 HP. And House of Cards, I think it's from Tasha's. I think it's part of Tasha's, like the expansion for D&D. I think it's part of that one. It might be. I forget what one is part of exactly. It's not base. It's not base D&D. It's part of one of the expansions. I think it's part of Tasha's that adds like House of Cards as a spell. It's like a level 4 spell or some shit. But that's because House of Cards counts as shelter. Which is the weird part, is you make a House of Cards that counts as shelter for your party. So like if you're in, say, a storm and you want to get under something, someone could just make a House of Cards and it's technically considered shelter for you. It's weird. It's a weird spell. It does not have much purpose other than being that. There's also this spell that allows you to summon a fucking mansion. I think that there's one that allows you to summon a fucking mansion. Yeah, that's what it was. It was like a plane. It was a dimensional spell or some bullshit that allowed you to summon a mansion, like a door that went to a mansion. I forget if that's what it is, but that's not House of Cards. It's a different one altogether. But I know it's one of the ones I was looking at because it was interesting. It was an interesting spell. You had access to it for a set amount of hours before you had to recast it. And it would be an interesting thing to have for a character. Especially if you're like a jester character, to say the least. Like, imagine everyone else in the party is out like in the camping in like the rain or something, and you just make a door. Say you have a tent, but you make a door inside your tent, and it just brings you to a mansion, and that's where you sleep and everything. It would be stupid and comedic, just for no reason. Just no reason. Just have that for just gags, almost. Just basically just for gags at that point. It would be kind of good. It would be awesome. It would just be stupid and just hilarious having some stupid shit like that happen. Because you know people are probably gonna be like, what the fuck? Because like, while they're all suffering in like the rain or something, you're over there in like your fucking literal mansion. I gotta look at what the name of the spell is again, because I am curious, because it is a spell I do want to use if I ever get to play D&D again. Why did I fucking turn my engine up? What the fuck am I doing? See, I don't need to be off. I'm not a gas pump. Pull it like this, pull it like that. Hey, Punky. Hope stream went well. Ugh. Oh. How did I spell that wrong? Oh wait, I know. Learning disability. That's how. You are rating here. How was your stream anyway? Did it go well? I will say having this steering wheel is dreadful. That is true. It is a chill game. Oh fuck! I hit the fucking bump. Ooh. Yeah. I was looking. I enjoy watching you play a game like that. Also, sorry if my mic sounds a bit weird today. My microphone's kind of like to the side of my fucking face because I'm using the steering wheel and pedals, and I gotta keep reaching over my keyboard to touch things. Take care of yourself, Punky. Make sure to stay hydrated and eat some food and stuff if you want. I don't know why I whipped the wheel like that. I went like this. Whoop, whoop. I should not do that. I'm afraid the fucking force feedback is gonna whip itself out of my hand if I do that again. I would not be surprised if it did. I already hit I hit a ramp on a fucking roundabout earlier and it almost ripped my hand with it. It whipped as my hand was holding it and almost grabbed my fingers in the gaps it did when I ramped it earlier. So I should probably be more careful using this wheel. Just in the off chance I get a little bit rambunctious again and kind of ramp my vehicle off a roundabout. As long as we're not in Switzerland, I can do it. We're going to France anyway, so I can do it. Though I shouldn't, but I can. We're just gliding. Woo. Yeah. For that Jester character for D&D, I'm definitely gonna do... I'm thinking of like... Race-wise, I kind of want to do an elf in a way, but I want to do Rebirth. Is it Rebirth? The race? It's the one where where it's like you're kind of like you're dead, but you're back alive, and it's like you can have like almost like a ghostly arm. You can have a ghostly arm, all these different things. I forget the exact name of the race. I think it is called Rebirth. I think the race is generally just Rebirth. But I do want to have it in like a weird way. I want to do Rebirth just so I could kind of... Because you can shape your character how you want them to look with Rebirth in a way. So I'm definitely going to give my character horns and a tail. And not claws, but horns and tail. But I'm also going to give them like... Kind of like... Almost like elf ears, but... no, probably like more like like goat ears or something like that in a way, or like elf ears that stick out like goat ears almost, like or like kind of like down like that, just for the sake of it. Because I think that would be a fun thing to have for that character. Outfit wise, who knows what I'm gonna do for that? Depending on whatever I can get at the time. Depends on the clothing I get. Cause I forget if D&D's like Pathfinders in a way where it's like different clothing affects your status. Like, but Pathfinders you had like the peasant clothes basically. Then you had like normal clothes. It was like you had upper class. You had like high class. Like you could wear like ball gowns. You could wear like fucking royalty stuff. Like royal. You had like cloaks. The Pathfinder's fucking like purchasing thing, like the shops and shit. Or just like when you're starting your character, you get to look through the guide, like the book of things you can buy. There's so much shit. Like there's masks, there's cloaks, there's shoes, there's gloves, rings, like jewelry in general, hats, everything. It is a nightmare. Because you can like just make your character look however you want for clothing wise. So you could buy a set of it and describe how that set looks on your character. That's what you could do in Pathfinders. You can definitely do that in D&D as well, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if there's clothing sets to buy in D&D. I forget if there is. I know Pathfinders you had to pick at the beginning what your clothing set was. Like you had to spend a certain amount of gold, depending on how much you had, on what kind of clothing set you wanted. And that kind of affected how people looked at you in a way. Like higher class clothes, and if you went to like a bad part of, say, like a city, you would more likely to be robbed. But if you're wearing high class clothes in a really upper class area, people looked at you better. People looked at you like you're one of them, and treated you with that you're equal to them. But if you went there in like say lower class clothes, they would make fun of you or like treat you like shit. I'm not sure if that's the same in D&D. I feel like it might be, but I'm not sure. I don't think there is I don't know if there is a clothing system in D&D or not. Like buy this clothing set or not. I don't feel like there is. There might be, but it might. Yeah, that was always an interesting thing. Was like kind of picking what clothes you were wearing at the beginning of the campaign. Cause I remember someone refused to wear anything other than like fucking like rags. Like they used to wear like a bunch of rags. Every campaign, they always made their character look live in squalor. Every campaign, which is always the funniest thing. Because you have this character with who's eloquent in their speech. Like they were very eloquent and very eccentric with their speech, and they walked in a very aristocrat way, but they dressed in squalor. It was the weirdest shit. You had people you always had those things go on in Pathfinders. You definitely can probably do that in D&D too, I'd say. It's definitely gonna be, if I ever get a chance to play D&D again, it'll definitely be a time getting used to it. I'm getting used to how D&D plays. This is one of the things I gotta get used to if I ever get a chance. Because D&D and Pathfinders play very, very, very differently. They are majorly different games. What I mean by majorly different is Pathfinders is a branch of D&D. It is based on D&D. I forget what edition of D&D is based on, but it's based on an edition of D&D. It is. And D&D was Pathfinder was good, but D&D is definitely more user friendly, more newcomer friendly, more well known. And I will say I do enjoy D&D, but I would have to fucking relearn D&D from the ground up. Pathfinders I could probably pick up and probably remember most of everything with it. But D&D, I would definitely need to completely try it, basically be treated as new playing D&D. I would, because I have not played that. I played it once or twice years ago. What? That character idea I have for it though is just stupid. It's like a dumb character idea that I want to like try and do eventually if I can. It would be weird. Just give me 1 sec. I need to just plug my phone in. It's about to die. My phone's about to die. It's gonna die. It's gonna die. It's at like 6% battery, so I can't plug that in. Plug in, please. Thank you. Phone plugged in. Oh, new upgrades available. Well, I don't have access to a fucking place ring yet. Ugh. I don't have a place access to a place to upgrade yet right now. I'm driving. There's probably I'm gonna turn the wipers up another speed. My coffee's probably cold. Not yet. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, I do need to play I do need to play D&D 1 again, though. Is that Bard idea I got? It's definitely gonna be a fun one to do. Yes, I know I just hit that car with the trailer, but they were in the wrong. They turned into me. They were in the wrong there, not me. I did not get fined for it, therefore I was in the right. That's how it works. I didn't get a fine, so I was in the right. They were in the wrong. Or accident? Yep. Why is there a fucking downed plane on the highway? That's the better question. I do gotta play it eventually, though. That's if I can ever get around to it. Well, I mean, like, not if I can get around to it, it's more if I can get a group that I feel comfortable playing with for that. I mean, like, I like joking around in D&D, and like, well, any TTRPG game, I like joking around. But, like, I don't want the entire thing to be a joke, you know, in a way. Like, I'm there for the story, I'm there for, you know, the developments that happen, for the role-playing, for the comedy that happens sometimes, like, for the comedic stuff. I'm there for it all. But, like... Yeah. Gee, D&D, from what I remember, is pretty normal. Like, it's pretty easy. That's the thing, like, I like making joke characters and characters that are comedic, but I don't treat the games comedically. Like, every joke character I've had for Pathfinders, I never treated Pathfinders as a joke while playing the joke character. The character was a joke, but the way I played them and treated the campaign was not a joke. I played the game for the fun of it, and because I enjoyed it, I paid attention to the story. I jotted stuff down while playing. It was always, you know, it was always a bad scene when, like, the people playing, like, the serious characters didn't remember something from when this happened, but the joke character knew. It's like, oh, this character's entire gimmick is, like, shooting water. Oh, they know, but they remember everything that happened so far. Or like, yeah, my, you know, Titan fighter spoke only in Runic and Abyssal, but they still remembered everything. Like the pimp Aasimar still remembered more than the monks and the fighters and everyone else. They still kept tabs on everything that was going on. And like, they had actual plot to them. They had a backstory too. That was the worst part. Is like, all the people playing technically serious characters had no backstory really. or it's like a really general one, like, oh, their family was killed, whatever, they're just going for revenge. As like my characters always had like a 3 fucking page backstory. It was like his own little short story, basically, their backstory was. I used to give it to my DM. Well, my GM. I remember I gave that to my GM a few times, and he loved reading them all the time, because they're just stupid. They were like, they weren't dumb. Like, the character itself was stupid. It was a dumb character, but their backstory was well thought out. And the way I played them made sense for their backstory and the way their personality was. Like, yeah, the character was stupid. Like, oh, Asmar Pimp, that's dumb. You're playing a, like, you know, like a religious good person, but they're a pimp in a way, and they like they were known by every gang and criminal in the city, you know, and were treated with respect. How does that make sense, you know? The church hated them. They fought nuns. They fought this. They were like getting in fistfights with like priests on the side of the road. Like, how does that make sense for an Asmar? It doesn't. But it was a joke character. But their backstory and the plot and the way they were played and like their personality and stuff made a lot of sense. And like the way their views were on different things happening in the city were unique and were different. And like kind of created this kind of like sense of like the city was living, and like this character had rivals, it had allies, it had friends, it had everything. It was like very thought out. So it's like, yes, it's a joke character, but the way it's thought out and done and played is proper and not, you know, is not making the game a joke. That's the one thing I don't like the most, is when people make a character but make the game a joke. You know, like they treat the game as a joke. Like you're playing a role-playing game. Don't make it a, like, yeah, you can joke around, you know, do comedic stuff in it, but you're not there trying to ruin it for everyone else. You're not there like, because if you're making the game a joke and ruining the experience for others, that's not good. But you can play a joke character and always do comedic stuff, but you could treat the story well. And that's the thing I like about like tabletops, is if you're a player who plays joke characters, if you like, a lot of the players who you'll see you usually play joke characters will just make the entire campaign a joke at some point. But then like me and a few others I knew, if we played a joke character, we treated the story and stuff very well. We went along and did things. We never meta gamed or something. Like I knew so many people who played like serious characters, are really serious, but they were meta gamed. Because I remember my characters, like, I never metagamed. I used to be like, oh, I was like, I don't see nothing. Like, my character, like, something would be happening on the table, and my character would be oblivious to it. Like, there's no reason my character would know this is happening. I'm not going to make a perception check. I'm not going to, you know, ready my weapon. My character doesn't know this is happening. You know, it'd be dumb. It'd be dumb if my character knew. You know, we had a few people like that. It was like, oh, they got bit by this character. Oh, I'm gonna turn into a werewolf. Like, oh, it's this, and this. It's like, okay. Like, oh, my GM describes every detail about the character. Oh, I know this is this. Did you roll to know that? Did you roll nature? Did you roll lore, history, anything? No, I just know that. It's like, no, you don't. Like, if you're playing like a monster hunter, in, say, Pathfinders, like you're playing a hunter, like a slayer or something, or say you're playing a vampire hunter, you would probably know, you would definitely know what a fucking werewolf is. There's no way you wouldn't know what a werewolf is, or like a different, or like these kind of infections, or like, you would know those things. And yes, vampire hunter was a class in Pathfinders. Because I remember I played a Dhampir vampire hunter one time, just as a joke, because we did a vampire campaign and I played as a Dhampir vampire hunter. It was stupid. It was dumb. Lawful good vampire hunter Dhampir. How does that make sense? I don't know, but it was good. I think that was the funniest thing, is my GMs have never had an issue ever with my characters. While they're stupid, And sometimes they do really fucked things that can just like absolutely ruin an encounter, like killing off every enemy in like one move sometimes, depending on what it is. It's not really the character, it's just the way I look at the situation. Like, say with the, you know, the water and the glass, like, normally someone wouldn't do that. Normally someone would be like, oh, I'm just gonna attack this or I'm gonna run. I rolled perception. I was like, I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna roll perception. What's on the ground? That was the first word. What's laying around? Oh, there's glass laying around this broken mansion's kitchen. Like this old abandoned mansion's kitchen. There's glass laying around the floor, laying on tables, stuff like that. Like shattered wine glasses, stuff like that. Okay. I'm gonna use that I'm gonna use a water move. I'm gonna use my spell to shoot high pressure water and launches objects. I can launch objects. I'm gonna use that on glass. You know, that's the thing. Like, if you're thinking about, why did I turn the engine off again? Like, if you're thinking about it that way, it's like you're not ruining the encounter in a way. Like, I'm gonna bring engage one. Oh, I accidentally hit space. Like, yeah, it's like, I mean, like some encounters you can definitely ruin them, but like, if you're playing it that way, like, what would my character do in this situation? My character would probably look around and see if there's any escape. But in the way of escaping, they notice, say, glass or something. Okay. What's something what they would do? Probably use this to try and get out of there. And just so happen to kill everything in the room. Like, I'll say, there's so many players you come across who kind of like make a joke out of TTRPGs. Like, I mean, TTRPGs can be fun. They are usually fun, and they can be really comedic. But like, I wouldn't want someone making a complete and utter joke out of a story. That's when it becomes like unfun. If someone makes a complete joke out of the story the DM or GM's trying to tell. It's definitely not good when someone makes a joke out of something, like a story or something someone's trying to tell. Like, I mean, you can be comedic as fuck with it. The GM and DM can be comedic as fuck with it, but you know, you don't want someone trying to ruin the campaign in a way. Like, things happen. Like, someone could kill a boss instantly by pure mistake, by just like, I'm gonna do this stupid thing. Let's see if what happens. Like, you could do that. And you could, by chance, kill the boss. And that could just derail things a little bit, but, you know, the DM or GM is just gonna figure out what to do. They might end the session there to figure out what to do next session, but, you know, things like that happen. It was not derailing the campaign. I will say the worst thing is though when GMs or DMs get like I don't know, like have a vendetta against someone. That's the worst thing though. Like when they purposely kill off a character because they don't like them. I mean, like, I get it sometimes, but like purposely killing certain characters off just because like, oh, they're too strong. It's like I kind of get it, but also like someone put effort. Say it's a character someone put effort in and just kind of like played properly. Oh, I'm gonna kill this one. It's like, ugh, that's not good. I don't see it happen very often, but it does happen. I've seen it maybe once or twice. And that was it. I've only ever seen it once or twice. Which is it's never fun when that happens, like when someone gets purposely targeted. That's never a good time for anyone in that situation, but it happens so little that it's not really something I worry too much about. Someone being like purposely targeted is like so rare. I wouldn't say rare, but it does happen, but it's not like a common occurrence. It's not like every game someone's gonna be purposely targeted. Enjoy your lurk. This wheel gotta stop spinning into my hand. Bum bum. Yeah, I'm just ranting about fucking tabletop. I'm just really passionate about stories and tabletops, especially. I'm just very passionate about telling stories. Like, I enjoy stories. I enjoy. Like, the worst part is to say this, like, I've wrote characters. Many, many characters. That's probably the worst part to say, is like, I wrote so many characters over the years. Like, I used to have a binder with like 300 characters I wrote in it. And then like characters I have now, like I have, fuck, probably like 100. I have like, probably by now I have like maybe a few hundred characters I wrote over the years. Like several hundred characters I wrote over the years. Definitely 400 plus. It's a lot of characters I wrote over the years. Just all characters. Never a lot of Pathfinder characters, a lot of D&D characters I've never ever had a chance to use. Never really got around to use, but I just enjoy writing characters. Hey, there is one character I want to bring to life pretty soon. And by that, I mean, like, get designed and all that. It's just my worry is, like, trying to get said character designs. That's the issue, is trying to find the proper person for it. Because, like, it's a character I've had for years. And I mean, like, probably, I've had this character probably for, like, 10 years. Or so, just sitting around, and I've like slowly started revamping and like reworking the character, and like not really, I'm like rewriting them. Started rewriting her a bit, but it's a best way to put it is a jester that has a lot of candles in the theme, like demonic stuff and candles and stuff in the like kind of like theme and look of them. Bit weird for some people to say. Like some people would definitely look at it and be like, "Oh, that's a bit weird," but like I enjoy the look. It's just a matter of I need to find someone eventually who would be able to do it and not, like, and I'll actually enjoy the art. Like, not, I don't want the character to be like fucked in a way. I don't want the character to get fucked. I need the character to look exactly how I imagine it. I don't care if I gotta pay like $1,000 to get it done. I will. It's just like that character means a lot to me. It's such a unique, like, it's not really, I wouldn't say unique. Some people might call it a unique character, but like a jester, that I wouldn't say that's unique. Demon, not unique. In a way, like demon characters, pretty common. Safe to say, like jesters and demons are pretty common characters in a way. But like, the thing is, like most of them are pretty like normal. Like, oh, demon prince, or oh, this character, or this that. Like, no, my character, none of that. My character's just a little bit of a silly. Just a little silly, you know? But then again, I've been writing my own world for years. Years I've been, like, writing my own world, its characters, and different factions and groups, like... I look at Tolan, look at Zaz, look at, Mir. Look at any of those characters. Like, Tolan and Zaz being part of the same faction. Call of the Eyes. Like, order of display, let's take that for example. Like, they're always in conflict with, say, the Call of the Eyes. Usually they're in conflict with them, most of the time. And the Call of the Eyes kind of sits in the background, because they don't like being, they like being in the shadows more. Because you got, like, Call of the Eyes, you got Order of Display, you got, like, multiple countries. Call of the Eyes being kind of like a, not really an influence, really. But they're kind of like a pressing threat, in a way. Because, like, take example, Zaz. Zaz is a literal god who's meddling in, like, the world. But it's an ancient god meddling in the world, basically. Oh, shit. I'll say on their skill points, Ben. The fragile. Yeah, we're gonna pull it like this. I do it this way. I mean, I could definitely done this a lot easier, but I was like, yeah, you know what, we'll do it this way. Yes, I could have done that way easier. Could definitely done that a lot easier. I mean, I'll say, like, a lot of people probably look at me strange because characters are, like, my passion. And it's something I enjoy, and, like, I wish I had the ability to, you know, draw. Like, I do want to learn, but having, like, really shaky hands and all this other stuff makes it really hard to. Because that's the thing, is, like, I want to eventually be able to learn to draw so I could do things like design those characters I want. I was level 16 for that? Fuck. It's just like having those things is just like so nice, being able to like hopefully eventually be able to do it. Maneuverability is gonna be cut off if I do that. Don't want to really, I don't want to cut maneuverability off. Engine power is gonna get cut a little bit, but whole traversal and stuff's gonna be upped. Bum, bum, bum. Grab this one, I'd say. Brown. At level 16 is when I get it. Alright. Volvo. Mercedes. How much is it? Oh. That's not good. That's a bit expensive. I'm just thinking that would be a long one. That would be a long one as well. Let's say that'd be another fucking like 3.5 hours real life. Yeah, it'd be in there like 3.5 hours, give or take. Because originally I went from here and like here. Like I went through I went in a weird way because I had to go all the way down here. So I went through this way across the bridge and stuff. Let's see. No upgrades available. Yeah, level 14 is what I'm now. I need to get level 16 to get what I need it. Teto. We love Teto, we do. I'm not sure what Teto Buddies means. Oh, DAF. Renault. Oof. Bum, 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 bum. Well, FH6. I do want another FH6. So true. Honestly, just jamming and eating bread. How much? Oh, I forgot. It was like 80 something grand. I forgot about that. Whoopsie. Truck manager. This one's our Volvo FH6XL that I'm using right now. I think it is. Right? I think so. Ooh. Company truck manager. No, I do not want to hire someone. I want to instead simply. Where's it to? Fuck, was it driver manager? I think it is. Yes, it's relocate to this one. I want to relocate to this real quick. Here we go. I want to relocate to this. Drive. I need to customize this truck. Oh, perfect. We're actually right near a customization spot. Perfect. I want to make a truck for like kind of like long hauls. Like, I wouldn't say entirely long hauls, but mostly for like big cargo. Just the truck I was using is not made for big cargo, really. Like the one I had like done up was more meant for like normal size cargo in a way. Pull in right here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, truck config. This is what we want to do. We want to do XL Globetrotter. It's Aero, the standard. We want to do, honestly, do Aero. 6x4. Engine, bonk. Gearbox, bonk. Holy shit, yes. This one's gonna be a bit more expensive, but it will be kind of nice. No. The fuck's the green? I thought there was a green one. No, it's not for this one, it's for a different one. Fuck. I'm really thinking of the wrong one. Oceanic blue. I do like the blue. What about the blue? Headlights. Exclusive, please. LED. Grill. Paint it? No, I'll leave it like that. Yeah, that's a lot of money I'm spending on this. But, like, it is gonna be my main... like, long-haul vehicle. So it kind of makes sense why I'm spending so much on it right now. Normally, I would not spend this much money on a truck like this, but... Diva. Whoa. Wait, actually, can I grab this? Dynamic. Let's throw a dynamic in here. Uh... Bow, bow. Don't want to put anything over here. Honestly? Confirm, please. That was a lot of fucking money. But this is gonna be the long haul truck. Like, yeah, this is gonna be a long haul one. This thing is gonna be the big long haul truck. I mean, it's not gonna turn as good as the other one, but it is gonna be the long haul truck. Which means it's gonna be good for big cargo. It's gonna be really good for that, actually. It's gonna be super good for big cargo. That's what it means now, is I go, truck manage. Oh wait, that's what I want to do. I want to, driver manager. Relocate me to Tormsmer. There we go. Please select the available side. This one right here. There we go. That's what we want, is to be on this one, but I can just swap what truck I'm driving anyway. So it's no big deal. I was like, am I doing the right thing? So yes, I am. I'm doing the right thing. I want it like a good truck, but not like a big one right now. Oh, my headphones decided to fold down on me. Oops. Kind of like bumped my headphones. Well, I do need to go to bed soon, actually, because I got work in, like, the fucking morning. Like, generally do have work in the morning. So I work at 8. Oh, I gotta figure it out. I'd say we'll do... this. I'd say we'll do this, since I gotta go to sleep soon. So, we'll do this. Bum bum bum. Let me quit the game. Dun 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 dun. Well, I'd say go enjoy Fenry. Because Fenry good. We enjoy Fenry. So, see you.